this. Yeah, I gotta keep it trendy on my soul. I'm the most selfish person that I know. Here we go, down the rabbit hole. Got a couple carrots around my neck. Self-respect.
And we are live. Welcome back to Mescal and Moguls. It's your boy, the one with the Scarface, your boy Scarface. And today we got another episode for you guys. You know, shout out to everybody who keeps listening to the podcast, supporting the podcast. It means the world to me. You know, I'm glad you guys appreciate it. You guys enjoy it. You guys are tuning in every week. I always get messages like, hey, like if I don't put out an episode, which I haven't, I've been very good putting out episodes. You know, so shout out to everybody who, you know, continues to support. If you're listening to on YouTube, wherever you're listening to, like YouTube, Spotify, like whatever the case may be, please give us a thumbs up, 5-star, whatever you can. It'll help the podcast out. And, you know, like, shout out to everyone who keeps in supporting. I really do appreciate it. Also, shout out to everyone who comes over from TikTok. I know I always push people over from TikTok to listen to the podcast just because we do talk about a lot of these things in longer form. So, you know, shout out to you guys for jumping over and welcome to the podcast if it's your first time. Also, if you guys want to continue to support the podcast, I also sell these pins. If you notice on my hat, I have the Sleeping Goku. We also have, like, the Sleeping Goku, a baseball, and a straight razor. Link is in the bio. If you guys want to buy merch as well, link is also in the bio as well for that too. But today's episode, what I wanted to get into today was, I mean, obviously you're going to see the name of the podcast, is effort people put into you, you know, and how that correlates to how they actually, if they want anything to do with you. Because a lot of people, girls do it too, but guys all the time are like, oh, I'm gonna treat you like a queen. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like, you're gonna be my queen, my cinnamon apple, my apple cider, you name it, like all sorts of stuff, right? But then their actions are treating you like a freaking apple that's been like sitting on the floor. You know what I mean? Like, so we need to pay attention to these things because I say it all the time. I do TikToks all the time about it. So I was like, let me do a whole podcast episode. Is if their actions do not match their words, they're not very interested in you. Okay? And I'm going to give you an example. Like, this is going to be from the past, right? Like, let's not talk about anything in the future because then I have, or not future, but present. Or what, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, if you recently talked to somebody and then you talk about it, they'll be like, why are you talking about me? Because it's my podcast and I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. But, like, for example, like, when I'm into somebody, I'm gonna pay attention to little things. When I'm not into you, trust me, you're going to know I'm not into you. You know, I'm going to give you the bare minimum if we're just, like, hooking up. Like, that's what it's going to be. Like, I'm just there to hook up with you. So, like, I'm kind of going to talk to you, kind of going to hang out with you every now and then. I'm going to use a bunch of excuses not to hang out with you. This happened, so-and-so this, so-and-so that. I can't, I have to work, like, all sorts of busy, tired. Come on. Those are all excuses. I mean, for the most part, they're excuses. Of course, every now and then, you know, people do get tired. People are busy. But every time you guys want to hang out, this person's busy. This person's not... has no time for you. Come on now. So you have to pay attention to those little things because that is just showing you their interest level. Me, like I was saying, when I'm into somebody, I'm going to do anything I can to get that person to feel special, feel like a queen, and get her interested in me. So whether that be like paying attention to little things, what they like, if they have the dog, pay attention to the dog too, like, get the dog stuff, bones, treats, you name it. If they have, get them flowers every now and then, like, get them flowers or stuff like that. It's just like different little things that they're, try to see that person, you know? Try to see that person, like, invite that person onto dates. It doesn't have to be the most extravagant, like, over-the-top dates every time. Like, of course, do give them those too every now and then if you can. But the relationship shouldn't be... that, you know what I mean? Like, damn, now I gotta go spend all this money again. I gotta go spend all this money. No, like, it should just be whatever you can, but show that you're interested in this person. Try to talk to them. So again, like, I pay attention to the little things, like getting small little gifts, nothing crazy. I always say I would rather do 100 little things than just one or two like big things and then not anything in between those. Like, yeah, of course, do those big things for that person too, but just know that they, for the most part, depending on the girl, is gonna appreciate you doing 100 little things than one or two big things. You know what I mean? So like, and it doesn't have to be crazy. Like, it can just be like little things. Like, so pay attention. Like, are they some things that I've done in the past is like send postcards. That's not normal anymore. Like, people don't send postcards or letters or anything like that. Surprise this person like something at their work. DoorDash them something. It doesn't have to be crazy. Or you can take them something. Uh, or you can just take them a single rose. Like, that will make their day. Like, it doesn't. You don't have to go and buy the big ass freaking bouquet or anything like that. Just go and buy one rose, take it to her work, and trust me, she's gonna fall in love with you. Okay, or just like little things like that. Pay attention to uh, like if they're paying attention to little details. Like, that's the biggest thing. Is they're like, oh, like, how do I know if this person is into me? Pay attention to their effort, and this goes both ways. Like, fellas, like if you're guys listening to this too, like if the girl has to put some sort of effort as well. Like, I hate it when people are like, oh, the guy has to put in all the effort. Yes, the guy does have to put in effort, more effort than the girl. Yes, I totally agree with that. But if it's only one sided, trust me, like to me as well, like if I feel like things are one sided, you know, then obviously I feel like this person is not interested in me. So that's why I said like, and most guys feel like that too. So that's why I say yes, a guy should be putting in most of the effort, but the girl should be putting in some effort too. I'm not saying like go all out like a dude or something like that. I'm just saying like also take the effort to do something that he likes. You know what I mean? Like, uh, for example, like sometimes I like when a girl sends me something that she's not posting on social media, meaning like a selfie or something, like, and she sends it straight to me. I love that means like I feel like this girl's interested in me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, uh, so it's just like little things. I never expect a girl to buy me anything. Like that's not the case for me. Like, no, I can buy my own shit. But it's just like little things like that. Also putting in the effort to make me or any other guy feel that they're interested in them. Like whatever they're doing is working. Meaning like she's appreciating like the little things that you're doing too. You know what I mean? Because like why would you? Because again, it happens a lot. Even girls, like you put in all this effort and the other person like is not whatever, oh thanks, cool, and you're just like okay, like and but inside they actually probably do feel like appreciated. They feel like they really like this person, but the guy's not feeling that. He's more like, well, seems like she's not very interested in me. So you see like why I say like a girl has to also put in effort. uh and I talked about it in another podcast episode about the excuses that guys make when they're not really interested in you. Again, I can tell you whatever I want to say, whatever I think is gonna make you feel amazing, great. I'm gonna be like, baby girl, I'm gonna treat you like a queen, like this, and this. You know, I'm gonna take care of you, like blah 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 blah, like all that stuff, right? But then doesn't call you, doesn't text you, doesn't try to see you. Every time you do guys have something planned, cancels. Something happens, he cancels on you to go hang out with his boys, or same vice versa. I'm telling you, this can go both ways. Because I've done it. Like when somebody I'm not interested in, I make any. Oh, I'm super busy right now. I can't. But then I was just like, I'm gonna use that as an excuse because like I don't want to tell her, nah, I'm not trying to hang out with you. You know, like I'm trying to go do something else. I'm not really interested in you because, again, I always say like a lot of people aren't don't like to have those healthy conversations because I'm sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. You guys would appreciate if the guy was more, oh, hey, I just not interested. You know, like maybe I was just trying to hook up or something like that. And guys, you guys got to stop doing this like fake front, meaning like breadcrumbing your girl along. You know, like being like, oh, you're interested, but you're really not interested. You guys know, because trust me, I've been there. I'm like, am I really interested in this girl? But in reality, you're like, well, I'll just do this until like something else comes along, right? But when they also have that mindset, they're not planning on getting in a relationship with you. They're not planning on doing all the boyfriend girlfriend activities with you. They'll do the bare minimum. They'll take you to dinner every now and then. Like it's crazy to me. Some of these people that send me TikTok messages, and I respond on video. And if you haven't, obviously you've probably seen those. But this one that pops out of my head right now is this girl was talking to this guy for like 2 months. The guy didn't live very far. It was like 40 minutes away. But yet they haven't met. They haven't done anything. They have, you know what I mean? Like when they were planning to meet, they can't, or he canceled. Like wasn't really putting, no, and then he wanted to come and, he wanted her to come visit her, something like that. You know what I mean? But you could see like 2 months. If I meet a girl, I'm gonna be like, yo, you busy this weekend? Okay, yeah, I know it's last minute. What about next weekend? Do you have time? Or something like that. It's like I'm trying to see this girl as soon as possible because I ain't trying to have some other dude jump in the mix, you know, like, and then me miss out. um, Especially if I feel like this girl is probably for me or something like that. So, like, you see what I mean? Like, when a guy is interested, he's gonna try to see you, try to hang out with you as fast as he can. Um, and put in effort too, like little things, pay attention to little things, um, communicate with you, and just things like that. Because like I made a TikTok today talking about like how long are you going to wait? How long are you going to wait until you realize that this person is not interested in you, not putting in the effort? Do you think like one day he's just going to wake up or she's going to wake up and be like, you know what, I'm going to put in effort? You know, like how long are you going to wait for that day? It hasn't came. There's some people who are like, oh, I waited 2.5 years, waited this long, X amount of time. And I'm just like, I get it. When you're in it, it's hard to like get out. Meaning like when you're in that cycle of waiting and waiting for this person to change, you're hoping it comes and you just don't know. Like you're like, what if you leave now? And then like he was going to be fine. You know, everything was going to change. No, it's funny because it's not going to go. You can tell the person, hey, yo, I need you to put in a little bit more effort into me, or this, and this, or this is not going to work out. And if he's interested in you, he's obviously going to try to fix that and do that for you. And if he's not interested in that, then obviously he's not very interested in you. Because I had a response to that TikTok I made, and the girl said that, you know, she appreciated the videos and the advice, and that this had happened to her because, and realized that the guy, all he wanted was to hook up with her. And I talk about it all the time too as well. Guys will stick around. If you're hooking up with them, that guy's gonna stick around. If he gets in another relationship and still has you as a side piece, he's gonna keep trying to get both at the same time. You know, this is why you like, oh, they'll go with the baby mama or the ex, and then they'll still want to be with you. They'll try to keep both. It's because if you keep giving it up to them, they're gonna stick around. Like, and this guy was giving the girl the bare minimum effort, you know, and he was mainly there just to hook up, and she realized that. And when she took that away, now the guy's like, well, I don't want to do this if there's not gonna be any fun, spicy time included with this. So this is what I mean. Like, if you really like, and don't be in a hurry to find these people. Like, I don't know why people are so in a hurry. I would rather just, you know, figure out if this person is right for me, and then if not, then cool, keep it moving. Um, but some people just like hurrying to rush into everything, and then they realize it's, you know, before they know it, they're like, oh shit, I don't think this is the right person. Because after that puppy love phase wears off, then you're gonna see that they're the same or a different person. They're not putting in so much effort and things like that. So that's why effort goes a long way. And I know it's, some people are like, well, what's effort? I mean, what's effort to you? Like at the end of the day, it comes down to what effort is for you. Is it him or her texting you, calling you, doing little things for you, paying attention to little details, wanting to see you, wanting to hang out with you, wanting to do things that you like to do, and then you also wanting to do things that he likes to do. Like, uh, you know, wanting to, you know, like some guys don't want to go to like to a girl's family event because they don't want to meet the family and stuff like that. Like, are they avoid, just like little things like that. You have to figure out what effort is to you. Uh, like, does this guy make an effort to see you weekly, daily, like whatever the case may be? Uh, and so that's usually what I tell people is like, that's what effort is whatever you think effort is. There's no book on like they have to do this specifically, like these specific things, and that's what's considered effort. No, like you have to know what you like, what your love languages are, like, uh, and at the end of the day, like if he's trying to court you too, like if he's not putting in, if he's putting in the bare minimum, like wanting you to pay for half the bills, like that's not putting in effort. That's being a cheap ass. Um, you having to make the plans to see that person, who's putting in the effort there. Okay. Um, I'm trying to think of like other things that guys do that they're not putting effort. Constantly canceling on you, like when you guys make plans, like something comes up and now you guys can't go. Um, there's like a variety of different things that to you could mean that they're not putting effort. Because I guarantee you, they're putting effort to trying to get like in those jeans, those pants. They're trying to drop them, those panties. They put in effort then, right? Uh, because there was another one where people were talking about like how come this person sucks when they're on the phone, like trying to talk, text, and stuff like that, but in person they're amazing. They're trying to communicate. They're all lovey dovey. And I always say, why is that person like that in person? Because he's trying to hook up. You guys are finally there. He doesn't want to, like, say he is like spending money and stuff like that. He doesn't want the night to end without getting some. So he's gonna be on his best behavior. He's gonna do whatever he can to make you feel special. That way, at the end of the night, there's you get sent in. Uh, that's why because if he's like that in person, he's probably like that on over text. He's just giving that energy to somebody else, or multiple people. So that's why, like, if they're like that over the phone, you're just like, well, is this person even into me? Like, text me like that didn't even text me one day, goes 2 days without texting me. You see, like that's not putting in effort. Putting in effort is trying to see what you're up to every day, like make sure you're all right, like getting to know you, wanting to hang out with you, planning little things. Um, and it does, like I said, fellas, it doesn't have to be anything crazy either. Like you don't have to spend a stupid amount of money each time. Uh, like in some places they set up like lights where you can go see the lights. Go get some like coffee, some hot chocolate or something, and then take her to go see the lights. Like there's yeah, some guys may want to play video games instead, but you putting in this effort into the girl that you like is gonna go a long way compared to you just being like, nah, I don't want to go. But then like you could sit like 2-3 hours playing on a video game or doing something different. And see, that's time that you're investing into your girl, and then that's effort. I mean, I think. But again, it comes down to you, whatever you think effort is to you. And if they're not giving you what you need and you told them they're not changing, you're going to have to make a decision, like if you're going to stick around to see if this person changes, if you're willing to accept that. And you shouldn't be willing to accept anything less than what you deserve. Meaning, like, if you want this in a person, just wait until you get that. Don't expect this person who's down here giving you this type of effort to, I'm pointing like low, and then like giving you like high type of effort. Like it's not gonna change like that. If you're thinking it's gonna change, like you're gonna be sitting waiting for a long time. And I'm telling you that right now, like, and they might also, you have to pay attention that is that they might change, meaning like they might change for like a week or two if you notice that, and then it goes right back to the same cycle. What do you like? They only change for a little bit because they don't want you to go anywhere. They want to please you. They want you to basically just like shut up. Like, I'm being honest. They just basically want you to be like, you know what? I'm done with her. Like, I know she's whining and stuff about this. I'm gonna do whatever she wants. And then guess what? It's slowly you're gonna see like go right back to how it was. And then guess what? You guys are gonna have the same argument, and the same thing's gonna happen. And then you guys are gonna be stuck in this cycle for who knows how long, because you get people get comfortable with that person, and the last thing they want to do is separate. They'd rather have that person fix their shit than you leaving, you know. And even when they don't, they're not fixing their shit. People don't want to leave. They stay in that same toxic cycle. And I talked about it on the TikTok too. Is how much time are you gonna waste? We don't get a lot of time. Meaning, like, you want to waste all these years. Later, people are like, "Oh, I wasted all this time, all these years on this person, just so it would just end and like nothing happened. Like the relationship got ruined." Okay, are you going to be one of those? Are you willing to risk to be one of those? Is that person showing you signs that he's looking to change, be different, and not be that way? Like, is he doing that? Like, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be realistic with yourself, because at the end of the day, like, you nobody's gonna take care of you more than yourself. Okay. And if he's not giving you what you need, you're gonna have to make that decision. Yeah, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. Like, breakups suck, separating sucks, divorce sucks, like all that stuff sucks. I'm not saying it's gonna feel good. Never once said it's gonna feel good. I'm just saying, like, it's not gonna feel good for a little while, but then once you heal and get past that, you're gonna find somebody who treats you the way you want to get treated. And then you're gonna be like, later on, you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I would have left sooner. I remember it was when I was with my ex, when we were stuck in that cycle. Yeah, trust me, it sucked. After we broke up, we separated and we went our own ways. But then now I'm just like, I'm glad I got out of that cycle, because it was just the same thing over and over and over. I wasn't in the relationship anymore. She probably wasn't in the relationship anymore. I can't speak for her. Um, I just didn't want to leave, because you get comfortable and like you think that's like, for some reason it's gonna fix someday, but it's not. Like, because it's just the same shit over and over. And me, like, I probably never told her that, but I was not feeling her like that anymore. We had been together for a long time. I was just not feeling her like that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, um, but I didn't want to have that conversation with her. I didn't want to tell her that's how I felt. Anytime she told me like, "Oh, do you still love me?" I'll be like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And in my head, I'm like, "Do I?" You know what I mean? Like, so that's why, like, let's not get stuck in these toxic cycles, because it's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for the other person. Um, and the biggest thing is pay attention to the effort. Like, even my parents, they've been married for so long. They go on dates. They go and hang out. They go to dances, because he's still putting effort. And then when my dad slacks off, my mom tells him. My mom tells him, she gets upset. But what does my dad not want? Her to be unhappy like that. So he like changes his ways. Uh, I'm not exactly sure if that's was the case, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sure that happens with a lot of people. But they're constantly going on dates. They constantly travel, go places, do a lot of things together. You know, uh, and different things. Like, they go try some places out to eat. Like I said, they go to dances still. They go to like the concerts and stuff like that. Like their favorite bands. Why? Because this is both of them putting an effort into each other still after like years and years of marriage. Honestly, I don't even remember how long they've been married. But if I were to be a guessing man, I would say it's over 30 years. 30 or a little bit over 30 years. And that's a long time to be together. So you have to find something to, you know, keep that spice there, keep that fun there, because it's hard being with somebody for that long. Uh, but they're a great example. It's funny because when I tell people, oh yeah, they still go on like on dances and date nights and stuff like that, and uh, they're like, really, that long into each other, and they're still doing it? Yeah, because that should never stop. I never did that with my ex, and I think that was another thing that ended up separating us, because that was a problem too, that we didn't have a date night, and then we tried implementing it way too late into our relationship, and it was just not working. So, um, but I feel like it could have worked if I would have still been in that mindset of trying to make it work in that relationship. Again, like I said, I was done. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was just trying to find an out. And an out, or like the right time. Like, I can't believe I'm talking about this. I was trying to find like the perfect time to leave. When was that? I don't know. You know, uh, and it happens a lot with guys too that they won't leave unless the girl leaves first, and that's not what happened in my case. I mean, kind of, not really. But so what happened with us is like obviously she threatened to leave a bunch of times, and I was just like, no, don't stop, don't go, we'll fix it and things like that, right? And then finally, like when I knew it wasn't working, I was done arguing. I was done. I was over it. Like, you know, when you get to that point where you're just tired, you're just done. I was like, okay, just let me know when you're going to come get your stuff. Even she was shocked about it. She was like, what? I'm like, yeah. Just let me know when you're going to come get your stuff. Obviously, is not working. And of course, we kind of tried to fix it afterwards, but it wasn't there. It was just more hooking up than anything. uh, so, again, pay attention to the other person's effort. Are they trying to invest into you? Are they putting in effort even after being in a relationship with you for a long time? Are they still trying to be that great guy for you? Because trust me, there's these guys out here who are amazing with these girls. You know, like still implement date night, still like do things, cool things as you know their little family go and hang out places together. Because at the end of the day, this person you're with should be your best friend, and you should be wanting to do everything with them, not separate this person and your boys. Like, yeah, it's cool to have uh, guy time, girl time, but you should be able to invite your partner to like certain events. Not necessarily don't invite the guy to girl night. I wouldn't want to go out and be like, the fuck did you invite me? You know, like there's none but girls here. Um, and I'm sure the girl would feel the same on the other end, like if it's all guys. But um, you know, when you hang out with a bunch of friends, like some girls show up or like they bring their girls or whatever the case, you should be able to be like, yeah, I'm gonna bring so and so, you know, and instead of being like, nah, I'm gonna go do my thing with them, you know, maybe next time I'll hang out with her. You know, no, it shouldn't be like that. There's a time and place for that. So, but yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about on this podcast episode was effort, you know, because I've been getting a lot of this. And right now, a lot of guys are putting in effort because guess what? Christmas time is around the corner. They want to get gifts. I don't give a fuck about gifts. Me, I've never been the guy to be like, give me gifts, give me gifts. No. I like giving gifts. You know, that's one of my love languages, but I am I like, oh shit, I need to find somebody because I need to be honest, the last time I got gifts on Christmas from a girl was probably was because I break up with him right before Christmas because I ain't trying to buy him shit. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking about that. Don't hurt me. It's been probably like 4 or 5 years since I've gotten something on Christmas. No, yeah, about 4 or 5 years that I've gotten something on Christmas, if I remember correctly. But who knows? Maybe some fling got me something. I don't know. Again, I'm just joking about that. But you know, it's been a long time since. But some guys are like, "Oh, I need to find a girl." Um, you know, so they'll be all great and everything, and then you'll be like, "Well, I gotta get this guy a gift," and you get girls go all out for some guys, like even when you barely know them. And some guys will just get whatever, you know, buy a few things, maybe a perfume, some shoes or something like that. But some girls, like I've seen, like bought him like this, and this, and he's like, well, that's what he likes and wanted, and I'm like, why? And then afterwards, after Christmas, it doesn't work out. So just pay attention to people's effort and like little things like that. Start questioning people around Christmas. Be like, yo, whoa, easy there. Let's we can talk, but we're not exchanging gifts this Christmas. You know what I mean? Like you've already passed the deadline. uh, but anyways, thank you guys for listening. I always love it when you guys tune in and you know give me all a bunch of feedback about the podcast episodes. I like to keep them nice and short, nothing too crazy long. The only ones that I like to make long is when I have a guest. Uh, but I usually just try to like narrow down a topic I want to talk about and then just give you that guys that. That's why they usually about 25, 30 minutes, a little bit over 30 minutes sometimes, mainly just so you guys can like sit down and consume this on a specific topic instead of like going all over the place. Like I'm not that podcast that talks about like current events or anything like that. No, sit here, give you what you want to hear based off the title of the episode. And then after that, I don't want to like prolong it any longer and then have people check out, be like, they're way too long. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for listening. Definitely give us a thumbs up, 5-star wherever you're listening to. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. Everything is linked in the bio. If you guys want to buy merch, it's also in the bio. Anyways, see you guys.
Yeah, I was living for myself. I was dead wrong till I got the call, no cell phone. I got tired of walking around with a mask on, smiling, but my heart singing.